What if the stories of gods descending from the heavens weren't just myths, but distorted memories of real events? What if the ancient world wasn't just shaped by human hands, but by knowledge passed down from celestial visitors? Across the Mediterranean, scattered ruins whisper tales older than recorded history. Ferentino in Italy, the stone ship of Japan, the cryptic cart ruts of Malta, and the Newrig of Sardinia all point to a forgotten chapter in humanity's story, a chapter that may link our ancestors not just to the gods, but to the stars. Our journey begins in the quiet hills of central Italy, where the town of Ferentino hides an astonishing legacy. Its ancient walls, composed of enormous stone blocks, defy explanation. Locals call them cyclopean, suggesting construction by giants or one-eyed titans. And that might not be far from the truth. Legend claims that Ferentino, along with 4 nearby cities, was founded by the god Saturn. Known to the Greeks as Cronus, Saturn wasn't just a mythic figure of time and agriculture. He was said to have ruled during the Golden Age, when gods lived among mortals and peace reigned on Earth. This story appears in numerous ancient cultures, and in every version, that Golden Age ends the same way, with war, rebellion, and exile. But what if these myths aren't allegories? What if they're historical accounts, distorted over time? The 5 cities of Saturn, Alatri, Arpino, Anagni, Atina, and Ferentino, share more than just legends. They share a construction style that no Roman or medieval technique could replicate. Massive stones, perfectly cut and interlocked without mortar, remain standing thousands of years later, silent testaments to a lost technology. But Italy isn't alone in this mystery. In Japan's Osaka region, a structure known as Masuda-no-Iwafune, or the rock ship of Masuda, sits carved from a single 800-ton granite boulder. Its surface is etched with strange, grid-like patterns, unlike anything in Japanese architecture. Some scholars suggest it was an unfinished tomb. Others believe it's a symbolic vessel, a sky boat for gods descending from the heavens. Ancient myths describe such ships as vehicles for celestial beings. Could the rock ship be a literal interpretation of a heavenly craft witnessed by early humans? The same question arises nearly 6,000 miles away, in Malta. Here, carved in a solid limestone, lie countless grooves known as cart ruts. They crisscross the island like ancient highways, some plunging straight into the Mediterranean Sea. No vehicle in history fits their dimensions. No sledge or cart could travel along them without getting stuck or destroyed. These lines, etched with precision and consistency, have baffled researchers for decades. And while some theories suggest primitive transportation methods, none withstand practical testing. Even more puzzling, these ruts continue underwater, suggesting they were carved long before current sea levels. Could they be remnants of a lost civilization erased by rising oceans? Or markers of a forgotten technology that predates all known empires? Across the sea in Sardinia, thousands of towers called Newrig rise from the landscape like silent sentinels. Built from colossal basalt stones, stacked without mortar, they stand as the most numerous megalithic structures in Europe. Over 30,000 of them once existed. And while mainstream archaeology claims they were fortresses, that explanation raises more questions than it answers. Who had the manpower to build them? How did they transport such heavy stones without cranes or pulleys? And more importantly, why? Inside one of the largest Newrig, Suntu Anton, stone corridors spiral inward, leading to chambers that seem to serve no defensive purpose. Yet when seen from above, Sunta Anton and 6 surrounding towers align perfectly with the stars of the Pleiades, a cluster revered by countless ancient cultures. The Babylonians, Maya, Cherokee, and even the Aboriginal Australians believed the Pleiades were the home of divine beings. Could the Newrig be more than defensive towers? Could they be sky maps? Beacons pointing to where these gods, or ancient astronauts, originated? Theories connecting megalithic architecture to extraterrestrial influence may sound far-fetched, but the global patterns are undeniable. Structures built with massive stones, advanced geometry, and star alignments appear on every continent. From the pyramids of Egypt and Mesoamerica to the stone heads of Easter Island and the temples of Angkor Wat. These similarities can't be coincidence. They suggest a shared blueprint, a guiding hand, and perhaps even a message. Are these monuments relics of human ingenuity alone? Or are they the echoes of a forgotten alliance between early humans and beings not of this earth? Ancient astronaut theorists propose that what we call mythology was in fact a misunderstood record of interstellar contact. Saturn wasn't just a god. He was a king who came from the stars. The rock ship wasn't a symbol, it was a craft. The ruts weren't primitive roads, they were runways. The new rig weren't towers, they were celestial maps. And the builders? Maybe they weren't just humans. As we piece together the legacy of Saturn cities, the rock ships of Asia, the vanished paths of Malta, and the star towers of Sardinia, one truth begins to emerge. Humanity's past is far older, far stranger, and far more cosmic than we've been led to believe. These sites were built to endure, not just to impress or protect, but to speak to us across time. Could it be that our ancestors weren't just remembering gods, but trying to remind us where we came from? And more importantly, we're going.